Hey guys, this is Fragile and today we're gonna be talking about SETT. This is gonna be a full rundown of the champion. I will show you and talk about everything you need to know before you start playing the champion. If you already know the champion and you wanna see a full gameplay guide to see SETT in action, I have made a video for that, link is in the description. Spoiler alert, it's a 1v9 comeback. If you think this video will be useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. There is timestamps in the description, so feel free to jump at the point you wanna see first. But let's not waste any more time and break right into it. So, let's talk about SETT first.
I like that better.
SETT, the boss, is a melee bruiser mainly played in the top lane, but he can also be played as a support as well as a jungler. He has a very strong early game, and let's be honest, he's kinda cool.
Everyone here knows how to throw a punch, right? 'Cause I don't have time for lessons.
Talking about cool, let's meet SETT abilities. SETT's passive is Pit Crit. SETT basic attacks alternate between left and right. His right punch gains 50 bonus range and attacks 8 times faster than left punch, dealing extra damage based on level and attack damage. His passive also grants him HP regeneration based on how lower he is, giving him great sustain for laning phase. SETT's Q is Knuckle Down. SETT gains 30% movement speed towards enemy champions and resets his basic attack with a new and empowered left and right. Talking about a 1-2-1-2, huh? SETT's W is Haymaker. Haymaker's passive lets SETT store damage taken as grit. Yeah, that white bar under his health. Casting Haymaker consumes the grit and gives SETT a shield that can grow up to 50% of his max HP. If that wasn't enough, SETT also unleashes a blast, dealing physical damage to all enemies in the area, and true damage instead to those in the center. SETT's E is Facebreaker. SETT pulls in enemies at his front and back from the target direction, dealing them physical damage and slowing them by 50% for 0.5 seconds. Pulling enemies from both sides will stun them for 1 second instead. SETT's R is the Showstopper. SETT takes up in the air an enemy and crash it into the ground. Enemies within the epicenter take full damage. Enemies outside the epicenter take reduced damage, up to 75% at the edge. All enemies hit are slowed by 99% for 1 second. Yeah, 99%.
This is a big fucking number.
Now let's go over counters and easy matchups. SETT unfortunately has a big downside, which is getting kited. He really doesn't perform well into ranged champions like Teemo, Kyle, Cannon and such. He also suffers against champions who can block his basic attacks and deal damage based on HP. But he can still be a good pick into melee champions like Irelia and Yasuo, or tanks that he can also use as an engaged late game for maximum damage with his ultimate. For SETT combos, there's quite a few. His basic one is E, auto attack into Q, auto attack, W is a good amount of burst. You can also change the order depending on the situation, but remember to alternate those 2 punches in rotation with your spells. For the runes, here you have the most popular ones. But there is a lot of choice in this section, and they all perform well depending on their role and situation. Just check out the latest updates on websites like op.gg or u.gg, as the meta is always changing. Not sponsored by the way. For the build, like for the runes, SETT synergizes with a lot of items. For the top lane, the most popular one is Blade of the Rune King, Black Cleaver into Deadman's Plate. But just remember that SETT like to build item with attack speed, which synergizes with his double basic attack, HP for a stronger W, CDR to have your spell rotating faster, and movement speed to minimize the kiting from ranged champions. I hope this guide helped you understand SETT's kit and how to play around it, but if it wasn't enough, remember to check out the gameplay video guide in the channel, where I show SETT in action. You can find the link in the description. But that was it for this guide. As usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.